Hi, in this video I'm going to review conditional statements. So like always when you start C, you have hash include, angle brackets, standard input output dot header file. Then our main function int, main, and then get our curly brackets out there. And then I'm just going to put return 0. The return 0 is optional, you don't have to put it, but you can if you want. So next I'm gonna have two numbers, so I'm gonna have them as integers. So I'll have int a and b, and for these two numbers I am going to assign a is going to be equal to 5 and b is going to be equal to 7. So in C there are a few conditional statements. You have the if statement, and you have the if, and then you have the else statement. So the way how you use these in addition to rational operators. So the rational operators, these include the less than sign, the less than or equal to sign, the greater than sign, and the greater than or equal to sign. So let's, for example, let's write a conditional statement. So let's say if a, okay, I forgot one rational, well, two, the equal to and the not equal to. Those are two rational operators you also need. So let's say if a is equal to 5, and you see that I have my open bracket, close brackets, and then I have curly brackets to say what will happen. So if a is equal to 5, print, what should I print? A is equal to 5. Okay, close that. So what will happen is the program runs, it assigns 5 to the variable a, assigns 7 to the variable b, and then at this section right here it checks, is a equal to 5? If so, it prints this. If it's not equal, it skips this entire part where the curly brackets start and where it ends. It just skips this and goes right here, and there's nothing after that, so it just does nothing. So let's compile this. Again, I'm using Linux, so my method of compilation looks different than yours. So this is condition. Okay. I wrote print instead of printf, so that's why I got error. I can see right here it says it was expecting printf and I just had print. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, compiles, no issue. And let me run that file. And you can see right there, a is equal to 5, it actually printed the statement because that is correct. Now let's say change this from equal to not equal. And let's try it again. Let's try compiling our code. You can see here it didn't print anything because that statement is false. So it only executes what's in the curly brackets if it is true. Right, so, and that's how all of these work. So let's try another one. A is greater than 4. And let me change this to say condition passed. And a slash n here so it goes to the new line. Compile, run code, condition passed. A, which is 5, is greater than 4. Okay. Let's say is a greater than 5. You run this again. No, a is not greater than 5. So condition did not pass and it did not print it. Let's say a is greater than or equal to 5, for example. Compile, run. Yes, that is true. And this kind of gives you a feeling about how to use these rational statements. And you can still use the less, the greater than, or the less than, and the less than are equal to. So you can also have if statements right alongside each other. So after I check this one, I will go right into checking another if statement. So let's say I'm checking B now. So B is greater or equal to 5. Let me change this one to just greater than. Okay. Let me just state that this one is for B and this one's for A. Okay. Compile, run. So B condition pass. So B is greater than or equal to 5, which is correct. So it printed this, but A is not greater than 5. So it did not print this part. So you can have if statements like right alongside each other. And the else if now comes into play if you only want to check this statement if the statement right above it failed. So if this one fails, then it'll check this. So let us try it out. Okay, B condition pass, because this one is false. So this here false, so it didn't pass, and then because of that it went into checking this statement, which passed. And that's what happened. So if I change this back to equal to now statement A is going to pass. And because of that, it won't check this one since this one has the else statement on it. Save this. Okay, yeah. So we know that this is true and we know that this is true, but only this one got printed because of the else statement here. It didn't check this. Another thing you can do is you can have nested if statements. That means you can have an if statement within an if statement. So let me just, I'll just copy this. Okay, so what it's saying is that if this passes, you're going to execute the code within the curly brackets, right? Which is this one. This curly bracket correlates to this one right here. And you'll run this line, which is just a print to the screen, and then you'll do another check. You'll check if B is greater or equal to 5, then you'll print this. And let me erase this one right here just so you can see what happens. So compile, run. So A condition passed, B condition passed as expected. Okay, so now let me have A condition fail, and you'll see that B won't get printed because it won't execute any of the code within these curly brackets. Oh, sorry, I didn't need to compile before I run the code. Okay. Yeah, so nothing got printed because it failed. It failed right here, so I didn't even bother looking in these curly brackets. And below the if statement, you can have your regular program. So printf hello. Okay, I need the semicolon to end my line. Need to remember that. Okay, hello. So it failed this. I didn't execute anything within here, within the curly brackets. But it did print this because there's no condition for this to be printed. I think that's everything I wanted to look at. So thanks for watching. Oh, there's one more thing. My apologies. You can have multiple of these. So you could have if A is greater than 5, and you can put that in brackets. And you could have the and sign, so and B is greater than 5. And what will happen in this case, it will check both of them to ensure that A is greater than 5 and B is greater than 5, and then it will print this. And we can check that right now. Okay, A has to be greater or equal to for it to pass. Okay, yeah, and it passed. So it did. So it checked for this, and when this passed, it checked for this, and both of them passed. It print what's in here. And you can also have the OR condition. So the OR means that only one of these passed. Yeah, thanks for watching.